Welcome! I'm back, part 2 of day 4. So we left off with this beautiful state of the Vader helmet. Here, so the rough form of the upper part of the Vader helmet is nearly done. I haven't filled in the wait, I just see that the stream is like not really healthy, so I try to do some for that. So I hope that this will help it a bit. I'm not really sure. My preview looks kind of choppy, but so right now at least the bit rate that I wanted is being met. I don't know. Maybe or please write something in the stream how you. How you can see it, if it's good, bad, unwatchable, whatever. So, here, where I left off was this state of the Vader helmet. It looks a bit awkward right now. Right now it looks as if the Dark Lord would actually have a bicycle helmet on his head, which makes him look supremely stupid. So this is definitely not the shape we want to have Vader in. And it's definitely not a shape that I would put on my head. So I will try to save the Vader helmet now from looking ridiculous to cool and to looking cool and menacing as he's supposed to look like. Here I left off here. This is actually great how good this fits in there. I love it. I left off with saying that I'm going to build the small outward pointed lower part of the helmet now. I don't really know where the helmet is. Here's the face mask, and there's the lower part of it, but I'm like not able to find the actual part for the helmet. So that doesn't matter. I still got this here. I will put it to this view. So now I want to build the lower part of the helmet, which is actually angled outwards here, as you can see, and it's even more angled to the outwards on the back side. And to build this shape, I decided to use little cardboard strips like this, and then I will move around the whole helmet and apply them here. There where is more curvature, I will use pieces that are not so wide, and where there's less curvature, I can use wider pieces. Here, that's basically it for what I want to do now. But everything is missing. Okay, I had a computer problem for it just completely crashed on me, blue screened. Yes, I'm using Windows. And I had to repair it, and I hope it's stable now, but I'm not really sure if it will work the whole time. And maybe I displaced some of my utilities while doing that. Shit. I'll be back in a second. What the fuck? Okay, so I'm not able to find it now. Do you remember times when you were watching TV and something was live, and it was always like, this is live transmission. These things happen when you are live. So now I have to repeat the same bullshit line. These things, or these kind of things, can happen when you are live. And here it is. So, there's a lot of curvature here in the front of the helmet. So for these parts, I want to use smaller stripes, or stripes with less width. So I will prepare some of these for me. And then, as I pointed out, I will use wider stripes, the less curvature is present. So, and I don't think I need the part that I want to glue onto the helmet here to be as long as I have it here. So I will do a mass cutting. Yep. Okay, so I start to build the curvature here. I will build it much longer than I need it. So this part will be... Can you see that? Maybe I turn the camera here. Maybe I will not maybe here. I will cut it later. So I will glue it on so that I have some room to cut it later. So if I do it like this, I don't have to be as picky when I'm gluing these down. So it actually helps me to spend less time on applying these cardboard things, these little L L-shaped cardboard things. So I start with a very narrow one. Okay, then I get a bit wider. And so on. So in this way, I will work myself across the helmet. And in this way, I can easily define the angle of the surface that will be which will be my finished product then. And once I'm done with this, I push them all to the level I want to have them in, and then I will glue some paper or some to the top or some cardboard to the bottom, and then cut them to the right size and fill out all the gaps. And this way I will have not perfect, but a really good surface for what I'm trying to do here. So I just glue some of these pieces, and then I will pick the one that is the most fitting size-wise or width-wise. So in here, this is a bit too much cardboard. Cardboard, or no, it's not enough cardboard for the amount of glue. So it's a bit much glue. So I will let it dry for a bit, and then just here do this thing which looks like eyelashes now. You know, like hey, hi. Making Vader even less scary. So, but don't underestimate the power of a finished Vader. Yeah, I think this technique is it's a bit time consuming or a bit laborious, but it gives you a real good control of the surface that you're building. So yeah, I think it's a good thing to do it like this. It's actually the first time I try to do it like this, but normally I would have just glued in here a piece of cardboard like this, and then I would have cut this cardboard, and then I would fold it. But I hope to have a bit more control here when I do it like this. I'm not sure. Maybe this is not the best way to do it, but I just try to tell you why I try it, and I try to point out the alternatives. So the only way now they're getting kind of short, maybe, because as soon as I will apply them here. For here, there's just a small here. This angled surface is like very narrow here, and it gets much wider here. And so I have to watch out to give me enough material to then cut it into the right proportions. So that's why I maybe, yeah, I should look for cardboard that offers me more space. Blah. Yeah, and here it's like it's perfect that this is already has been folded here, for we can use exactly that fold to build our pieces that we need. So here, this is like very long. Here, this would be medium sized. Oops. Wait. So long, medium. I think this part is actually longer as compared to this part. So I will here it's faster to use the knife. So I will use this length here. This can move. So now I got 3 different types of length. And what I discover now is that there's some packing tape on the back here, which is not what I want. So for the glue won't stick to the to this packing tape. Packing tape. Let me to this packing tape. So I have to remove that before I start gluing anything down. Okay, so as I said, it gets much longer once the thing is past the eyes. For can you see that here? Here it's just very narrow, and then it gets much wider once it moves down to the side of the helmet. And here and there, just to show you the difference. Here, if I would glue this piece of cardboard in right now, I would straighten the whole sidewall with it. So the only way to do it would be to fold it in this direction. So with this I would weaken the cardboard a bit, which I don't want. So I will, as I said before, cut me some stripes and we'll glue them to this side. And I do it the same way as I did it before. Just put it on there. I'm kind of interested to see how this technique works out, but I have a good feeling about it. Or it looks good. So, but I will then, in hindsight, have to compare it to my other method that I used before, and just which one is the more time saving one. So which one lets me work faster. For this here, it just takes a really long time to build this helmet, so I don't need to introduce additional. What the fuck? Okay, so I really have to press it down here. The others, maybe there. Sometimes there's just some residue from stickers or stuff that was that were on the cardboard, and then the glue won't stick. So here, I think this length is good for the side burners. Here, can you see that? Maybe it needs to be a little bit longer, but yeah, I don't care right now. If I have to, then I will use additional cardboard down here. So right now I just want them to stick. So I will do, I try to build it somehow symmetrically. So there's here, this was the same length, I think, as the ones that I'm using now. Yep. I'm excited for here. This stream now will be something like 2 hours long. Then I will make a break and maybe do another one. But at the end of this 2 hours, I hope to have the rough version of the helmet, and then there's this, which is already kind of roughed out, which means I will have the rough version of the helmet, and that's a huge milestone, and I'm very much looking forward to it, and to see if all the proportions check out, if it all works together in the way that I hope it will. Nice catch. So here for the back side, I need the longest pieces of cardboard, which I will cut right now. And then I'm just working my way around, filling in. Okay, there's a flat part right in the back of the helmet, so I will start with that. So, and then as soon as I come closer to the curvature, I will use pieces that are narrower, more narrow, not as wide. I don't know. I'm working on my English. So, but here, as you can see, hopefully, this will be the outside, or the parts of the helmet that go to the side. I don't know the word for it. Not even in German. So I'm just, yeah. I just don't know. So now some that are a bit smaller, and then two that are really small. And then I can start to get a bit wider. Oh, these ones are left and right of this one. Here there's a flap which I can get rid of, and as long as I have the time and full access here, I try to glue that down. Same on this side. That just does not weaken the whole thing. And for I'm gluing on top of here now, it's good to have a foundation that's kind of reliable. Here's the same thing here, and I will hold it down with this ancient technology to dry your clothes after they've been washed. I will this were the next pieces, and for I already know that I will need them after that. I can all I can give them glue all at the same time, and with the glue drying a bit they will be more sticky or stickier or whatever. I'm not good with the grammatical rules or with the grammar rules for the English language. I think I'll have to put in some work there that I don't sound so retarded. But the first and most important thing for me to improve upon my English is to actually speak English. So that's what I'm doing here, and I think over time it will just get better, and my passive vocabulary will reappear in my spoken English. Very good. Very good. Now, so as I said, this is a bit of a laborious task, but you have a whole lot of control about the surface that you want to build. For here you can see I can change like all angles, and yeah, so I think this is a good way to build it. As I said before, it's the first time that I try to do it in this fashion, and I will judge it later on if it is a good technique. If it's a good technique, I will do a technique video about this. And that's what I mean. I always try to improve upon the workflow with cardboard. And yeah, I think I've come a long way from like 4 years ago, I think, or 3.5 years ago, when I did the first things for the channel. There I was just using hot glue and was working very very rough. So I was building different kinds of models back then, but when I started, I wouldn't have been able to do something like this. Or maybe I would have been able to do something like this, for this is very, very, very rough, but I wouldn't have been able to finish this any better. And oops, now I got a whole lot of techniques, or a whole set of techniques that I didn't have back then. So here I just split this in half and try to fill these gaps. So this has to be outside. Yeah, so I nearly finished my first pass around the lower part of the so I nearly finished the whole circle to extend the edge at an angle. Now this could, I think no one would know right now that this is supposed to become a Vader helmet. This could be, I don't know, it looks more like a Predator helmet than a Vader helmet. That's kind of cute. So this needs to dry a couple of seconds longer. So, but just the next steps. On the front, on the right side of the helmet, there's still some stuff missing. And once I got all the pieces in, I will cut myself a little thing with which I could measure, or can measure, the angle of the helmet to the side. And what I mean by that is that here if I have this and I want all pieces to for example come out at this angle, yeah, then I will just here put down this angle here. Cut this here. I know that here where the cardboard is folded, that I want that to be exactly at the edge, and then I can adjust the angle from one piece to the next. Does that make sense? Or did that make sense? So I think this one is a bit too wide for the curvature. So I'll bring that down in width. And here, as you can see, I can space out, or here, I have a more even space between them, something like that. Yeah, I will do the same thing to the other part for the other side, but I will cut that before I actually glue it down. And I will give it a bit of an angle here. So maybe both will fit in there, both parts of the cardboard. So, this is too wide. Okay, my hippie Vader helmet. Or my Vader perm. Perm? Is it perm? Wig? My Vader wig. Is taking shape. Hey, watch it. It's beautiful. So I just need to fill this gap and this part here. But I think I got, yeah, there's enough stuff left. So let me do that real quick. I'm going back to the top view. Okay, this part is a bit too wide, so I cut it down. I cut it down. Okay, one gap closed, one big one left. Here, and I think I use this here. Yep. Okay. Here now it's just some more of these short eyebrow pieces. And once again I will cut them in different width, just for where there's more or less curvature. But yeah, actually I can cut them kind of wide for here. There's not too much curvature to cover here. So I will glue them all at once. Or apply glue to all of them at once and then smear the glue. It's very difficult to talk about stuff where you just repeat the same thing over and over and over and over. So it's not very interesting to watch it, and I doubt that a lot of people will actually watch to all of this. And the benefit of doing it live is actually that you could ask me questions. So everything you want to know about cardboard building, about the channel, about the name, about everything. For then I wouldn't have to repeat myself endlessly over the same things here. But maybe that will come in the future, for nobody really knows about my channel. I am so small. Okay, why is this one piece in here? Okay, it was supposed to be there, but it left its post. So I'll have to apply pressure for a longer period of time. Sometimes it helps if you just move the whole piece around a bit. Yeah. And then the glue starts to stick, or you kind of smear it in all pores that are available. So now I have not seen that this piece was kind of laying inside the helmet. I got way too many pieces here. But here I cut some to be so that they can actually coexist there. Here's a small piece, and then I need another small one, which I will cut, especially for that gap. Okay. This step is nearly finished. And now I can start to work on the angle. Okay. So I think I will switch the camera for this. Here, this was too much now. I don't need that. So as I said before, I will cut myself some cardboard with the right angle that I want to have. And if I look at this original helmet, the outward angle is nearly the same from here on the back side and on the front side, and it's a bit less on the left and right side. So I will build myself a thing for the sides. Yeah, and maybe it would be best to no, at first I try it like this. Here, and as I've shown you. So now I will determine which kind of angle I want to have there. Something like this. So now I'm not really sure how I'm going to do that, but here now I know what kind of angle I will have, and now I need to glue this piece, the pieces together. And I'm going to use thinner cardboard for that. I have to do some house cleaning here. Right, I will. This looks amazingly stupid. Okay. So I'll just need to get rid of some of this stuff. I can just drop it to the ground. Here, I can use this. No, as I said, I want to have a small, thinner cardboard. But let's say all this stuff will be moved out of the way. And here I pick up some stuff that was laying around on the floor. Here, instead of this, I just need small stripes of cardboard to hold the different pieces together now. And where is my... Yeah, I think I threw that away too. Here I had a thing where I determined the angle. Which I want to use. So how does it? I think that's okay. It's a bit too much, but I think I want to over-exaggerate the amount of angle this has. So now just with small pieces of cardboard that are just supposed to be half of the width of one piece to the middle of the next piece will be what I'm using now. And I first glue them down on one side, and so I'm preparing the whole thing now for that. Here, I'll just drop the glue on one side of this stripe, and I will glue it down. So, and now I will do the same thing here and here and here and here. And the benefit is that I can then use just here this one thing which I built to check the angle, and just apply glue to this strip, and in this way I have both at the same angle, kind of. So I hope it works like that. So I'm just preparing small stripes for this, which will then be glued to just one side, or just to one strip. And I think I can produce more than one now, for this will be needed for the whole way around the model. So I want it to be as little glue as possible, so that I don't have to press it down too long. Nice. So now I just continue. Okay, there's a kind of a big gap, so I'm using this for this gap. Here maybe I should have measured it before somehow. Here, this will work nicely in this orientation. Okay, and the narrower pieces can be used here. Oh, I need to dial in the angle there too. Here, and then once again I need a bigger piece for this transition. And actually here I want to have a really big piece of cardboard. For I will fill the whole area with cardboard afterwards. But here I'm not sure where the cut will end up, and I don't want to limit myself. There. So, and I think this will be the last one that I put down now, and then I will, like proof of concept, just try if my my theory works, if I can actually glue it down like this. Yeah, but can you see this nice thing? Like here it's flat, everything, and here everything raises in the angle. And this way I can actually wait, is it so? Really test what kind of angle I want to have there. That is a nice surprise, for I have not planned on that. As Bob Ross would have said, a happy little accident. A happy little accident. Just go with it. Just use this accident. So, if you know who Bob Ross is, I hope you know who Bob Ross is or was. That's amazing. I will have to remember that, for this is really, really useful for different kinds of builds. And I would be able to push this up even further if this thing wouldn't stop it. That's great. Okay, so now I have to can check for the angle that I want to have. I think it's something like this. Let's see what my here, and it's it's exactly what I measured before or built myself before. That's great. So I think I work myself forward from the back. So just drop some glue here. Then I take my angle thing and I press that down here. So now I just need to have a little bit of patience that it actually dries in the position that I want to have it in. Here I can use some support from these clamps, and now I will walk forward one thing at a time. Here with in between checking the angles. Where is my here? Okay, here. So now I can check it here and here and here and here. It's the same, and commit to it. And while I try to wait, this one. Okay, I'm not really sure if this is the best method, but that I can move them up and down and they all change their angle really helps to determine if it is the angle you want to use. But I think it would be much easier just to use one long stripe of cardboard. But then there wouldn't be the possibility for this nice up and down movement. I will have to think about that. Oh, I had a third clamp here. So, and as you can see, here the angle is like transferred into the cardboard when I glue the pieces together. I'm looking for my check thing. Okay. Here they wanna go down a bit, so maybe this will help them to glue to dry in the right position. And now I will to support this, I will drop in another piece of cardboard from the inside. Hi Adam. Well, I just read the comment. Hey, I've seen you on the Maker Faire in Berlin. Great work. Hey, thanks, Adam, for being at the Maker Faire, or that you were at the Maker Faire. Have we talked? Have you been at the booth? And thanks for calling my stuff great. Well, that's very nice. And Iamanaro, Iamanaro. Greetings from Italy. Greetings from Berlin to Italy. So, which part of Italy you come from? North, south, middle? Is it called Middle Italy? So, I'm preparing a piece of cardboard to glue in from the to glue on from the inside, and to get this curvature going that I need around this edge. For right now, everything is kind of straight, but I need or wanted to have a curvature. And here I will start this with South Italy. How warm is it in South Italy? Are you like at the tip of the foot, or from Sicily, or? Yeah, for in Berlin today it was not really warm, but it was so humid that it was really hard to do the first part of this live stream here. So I don't know if you can see that. I will change to the top view here. Now I need, or I want this to have curvature. And here, the outer parts are there to get the angle. You know, here, to get this angle going. Hey, so, greetings from Berlin to Palermo. I've never been to Sicily. I always wanted to go there. But I'm always kind of stuck with work in Berlin. My son always wants or tries to tempt me to go somewhere on holidays, but normally I decide to stay here and do some work. I have to watch this from the top now. Yeah, here, this curvature is going in a good direction. Nice. Hey, so it actually starts, yeah, if you like squeeze your eyes, to look like this Vader helmet going on here. Here there will be a lot more curvature, and I think I will stop this technique, for it's just too time consuming, and the results that I'm getting are like very hard to control. So I will, for this, just yeah, do it something like this. Here, I'll take longer pieces of cardboard. And just drop them in one piece. Okay, something like this. Okay, I thought I need more curvature to get it in there, but actually it's less. Yeah, I think I do it like this. Yeah, just try to drop the whole piece at once. So, but this like funny thing where I could lift one and everything would follow, I will have to remember that for a different project. So here I will just eyeball the angle that I want to have, and I want to have a steeper angle at the front of the helmet. Yeah, like wait, can you see it? Here, can you see this very steep angle compared to this very shallow angle? And then I will try to connect this to here, so that it's a seamless transition from one to another. So, and for that, I just, yeah, now I really need this to stay in place there. Here. Okay, it's easier to do it in longer strips. That is a given now. Okay, here, Adam said, yeah, we talked in real life. Because of you, I bought a small bottle of wood glue, but I think it's the wrong one. Tonal fix und fest. Yeah, that's actually the wrong kind. But, wait. Here. Me for myself, I actually bought the wrong bottle too once. And I still have it sitting around here, and it's just shit. So this is still new, but I can't really use it. The one I use is, wait, I will expand the upper cam. Can you read that? Okay, that's difficult to read. Maybe I need this at full screen. Here, yes, I had this fix und fest thing. I bought it once and I was really disappointed with it. And I actually wanted to buy the express one, but they look so similar. Here's this, here the cap is a bit more reddish and here it's orange. Here it's express. You want express. And I'm kind of sure that I said express at the Maker Faire. I absolutely hope so. But yeah, this fix and fest is nice for some woodwork, but to work with the cardboard, this is the one I use. For this stuff here is actually not water-based. Or I think it's, I don't know. It does not flow. It's just, it's not good. It is not good. And you need way more of this. This is for 2.5 square meters, as opposed to 3.7 for this. I'm sorry if I made you buy that shit. Sorry, really. Now I'm a bit embarrassed about myself. Should have. Okay, here the transition from one angle to the next works quite well. with long pieces of cardboard. This is actually the right thing to do. Oh. So there's so much trash on my table now. It's hard to keep track of what I throw to the ground. Nice. I like it. I like it. So I think I will start. I will work my way around the front now, and then I try to take this angle to this side, and then I will finish off in the back of the helmet. Oh. Okay, I made a little mess there. So I'm just waiting for this to dry a bit more, that I can put some pressure to it. For I want to do a test cut to see how much of this I actually need to have it look good. So there, yeah, that's why I'm waiting a bit here. So following up on the chat, if I would do the head of C3PO, I don't know. So there's some stuff from Star Wars that I would build or would want to build before I would come to the 3PO. He's yeah, somewhat of a lovable character, but he's not really the definition of Star Wars for me. And it's very hard because he's so shiny. And the eyes are hard, but it could look good. Yeah, I'm torn on that one. What I maybe would like to do is, have you seen Metropolis? The Fritz Lang, was it Fritz Lang? Yeah, Fritz Lang movie. There is a female robot in that movie, and C3PO is completely, his whole design is completely based on this female robot character from this film from, I think it was 1920. So, 20s, 30s, somewhere there. So nearly 100 years old. And they based the design completely on C3PO. And what I would like to have is something where I have the mask of the female robot and then C3PO. Just that you see the connection between the two of them design-wise. I think that could be quite interesting. What do you think? Or have you seen Metropolis? Or have you seen a picture of this female robot? Maybe you can Google it and just look at how much they based him on her. It's a lot. So but they openly said it, that it's a reference to this Metropolis female robot. So what was next? No, it's my fault. I grabbed just the wrong bottle. Yeah, that's the same what happened with me when I bought it. It just looks too similar. And it's really sad that that this fix and fest thing really does not help for cardboard stuff. Or wait. Or at least not for the techniques that I'm trying to use here. This starts to look good. Here, I think it starts to look good. It's possible to. So, or if I'm squint my eyes, or how do you call it when you like shut them a bit and just see everything not very sharp? So then I can really see where this is going to. Nice. So now I want to duplicate this angle to this side. So I just have to build a stripe of cardboard here, then put this under here, and then use my measuring thing while I press everything down. Whoops. Okay. Just to see what the angle became now. Now here it's like very close to what I had here. Okay, but yeah, I want to have the like the same angle on both sides. That's very important for the look, I think. So I will take. Okay, that was wrong. I'll just copy the angle from. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. Okay, so just to get the angle from this side, I push a piece of cardboard in here, like this, and then I'm marking the edge where the angle starts, and just copy it like this. Now I cut this piece away, and I got a very simple but effective way to check the angle on the other side. So I want, it doesn't matter which way I hold it. So I want this angle to be the one that I have. So I will first glue down one part here, and then move my way to the front and look that I get the same angle everywhere. So this is not a 100% thing, and for especially I want the here I want to have a smooth transition from the visor angle to the side angle, so I try to dial that in here. And as you might be able to see, it's roughly the same, or at least good enough. So that's a very easy way to transfer your angles. Here the glue already dried, but I can use the same angle for at least for this piece here. So I will reapply some glue here. Spread it out and press it down while measuring it. Okay. So now to give it more of or to give it a better stability, first I cut this down so I can see the edge, and as on the other side I will glue down another stripe of cardboard to the outside of it so that the curvature can be held by the cardboard. Hey, 5 people are watching at one time right now. That's a record for today. You're in a very exclusive situation here. There's not much or not many channels that are as small as my one is. I don't know if this is sad or funny. I think it's fun. It's cool. Very, very good. My Predator hippie kind of looking helmet thing is coming together in a good way. So, while I was talking about 5 people, one just got scared and ran away. For he realized how small this is here. And it's not cool to watch small channels. Everybody knows that. I'm just talking stupid. I'm a bit tired. It's kind of late. And I had a long day. So excuse myself. Or excuse me. So, committing to curvature, I will change the camera to the top so maybe you can see what I'm doing. Here I try to adjust the curvature the way I want to have it. Okay. So I'm a bit scared to like put it down now, for I think it's still not stable enough. So I will continue to put some cardboard stripes to the top of it, for it will stabilize the whole thing. And as you can see, the shape is really starting to come along. Here, maybe this is a good time to test it against the Vader helmet, like what it looks like now. It's I like that it looks like eyelashes. But aside from the stupid eyelash look, I think it's not bad. I really like it. I like it. I'm happy. Yeah, once I shorten this and give this the right shape going around here, I think this will look really good. But before I start doing that, I want to have the rough structure of the whole thing going around. Great, 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 great. That was encouraging for me. So here I need to get this stuff to follow the same direction, that this surface has a smooth transition from one curvature to the next. Very good. This is the shape I was searching for. So the nice thing is that once this helmet piece is done, I can start to get to the next phase of modeling this, which will be... Wait, I just glue this down and then I will show it on the finished things. Okay, this will take a little bit to press down everything. And here with this, it's very important that there's a real flow around the whole helmet. So it's not good if there's like where it's a rounded surface and then there's an edge, a rounded edge again. This will sell it so much more to the eye, or make it look so much more as a real Vader helmet. Not a real one, but a model of a Vader helmet. very good. Impressive. But you're not a Jedi yet. Okay, I mean, I see it's still all over the place, and maybe it's kind of hard to see where it's going to, but I think it's on a very good path. Actually, it looks a bit better than I thought at this stage. Here, this could have been much worse right now. Okay, here the curvature is there. This thing is sticking down, so I think I can move to the back now. And therefore I will change the camera. Okay. So I can move to here now, and I will use the same angle that I used for the sides. For here I made this a bit steeper. I angled it a bit more. Well, no. I will use the same angle. Here, this was my angle meter. Here, and there you can see this is the angle. Here, this is the same on this side. And now I will use this angle down here too. So I prepare a stripe of cardboard to hold it all together. Pre-curve it or pre-sculpt it. Like this. So and then I will once again start to glue down the cardboard stripe in the middle, and then work myself outwards. Here I will push the other ones in, and will just press them down. Here, going to the chat. The helmet of Vader looks like a German helmet of World War II. Yeah, I've been talking about this in the previous live thing, that it's like a mix between a World War II helmet from Germany and a samurai helmet. For the samurai helmets had this like big angled things coming out to protect their neck against katanas or against anything that could hurt their neck. And the upper part is very close to a Wehrmacht helmet, which was the name of the German army in World War II. So they drew their inspirations from everywhere. And there's maybe I can show that later on. I'm not always sure what I'm allowed to show, or if Disney gets angry with me for they own Star Wars, where there are some sketches from the Vader helmet, and there you can clearly see the influences. But actually, they did not show a German World War II helmet, but they just show sketches that remind you of the samurai thing. But I mean, as I said before, it makes sense, for the bad guys are like modeled on German military stuff. For the stormtroopers were Sturmtruppen in German. That is a word, or that was a word in German warfare for people. Stormtroops. So Sturmtruppen. So, and all the uniforms that they are wearing, that Grand Moff Tarkin and everyone had in the first trilogy. So the Empire uniforms, the military uniforms, were based on German uniforms. For we Germans were like the greatest and best villains for a long time. And then just watch Star Wars, and then Indiana Jones. Oh, and the Nazis were great villains. And then, yeah, we lost our space as the major villains, first to Russians, and then we lost it to the Middle East. I liked it when Germans were the villains in movies. When I was the first time in London, or in England, I was like, I don't know, 13 or something. My mother saved money for a long time to take a trip there with my sister and me. And there was a TV in the hotel lobby, and there was a war movie, and there were German soldiers talking, and there were no subtitles, and I was like the only one that understood the bad guys. And that felt kind of strange, for they were like really, really bad guys. What do you think were good villains? Good villain, that's a nice kind of thing. I mean, for up till the 80s, it was Germans or Russians. Do I remember that correctly? So this whole James Bond Cold War era movie stuff. Okay, I should have dried the glue a bit before. So I hope it's not offensive that a German is building a Darth Vader helmet, which is based on the German army. Yeah, hey, I'm tired. I'm talking shit. Sorry. And I'm just referring myself to the chat, where there was the observation that it looks like a World War II helmet from Germany. Okay, this can go onto there. Oh, the curvature of this extended rim is nearly dialed in. That is a great step. For once I'm finished with that, I can actually start to cut out the shape of the helmet thing. and this helps to really see if the proportions of everything that I've done till now work, if they work together in a good way. I am very interested to see it. Hey, the chat is slow. Please help me out. The more when something goes on in the chat, then I can react to it, and that actually makes it a bit easier. Can you see how huge this thing will be? Wait, I think I get a base. Wait, no, okay, right now it looks a bit like these straw hats that some people wear in their holidays. I love it. But yeah, I think so. It will be cut something like here, up here, here. I think it's on a good path. Okay, this is not straight. I have to yeah, here samurai straw hat Vader. Wait, I think I have to film that actually, for it looks really funny. Please excuse me. Nice. Yeah, that's what I said before, that it's a mix between it. Wait, I will show you the pictures. Here, so the designs in the beginning. Wait, I will put that in here. So, wait. Maybe here, I put him here, and I will change the camera to this one. I think it's easier to see here. I don't really remember in which book the designs for Vader were. So I have to search to it or through it. Now here, there's some early sketches, which were like nothing what he ended up like. Let me see. Here, there, for example, there's one which is more samurai based, a bit more, but there's some pictures, but wait. Here, there's another. Sketch on the top of the page. Can you see that? And I don't know. There was an interview where they like said that a lot was based on German stuff, and even the design of some of the spaceships for this very angular design, which resembled some of the Panzers, some of the tanks from the World War II era German, from the German side, the Tiger and King Tiger thing. I don't find it here, but yeah, definitely there's some stuff. Yeah, so it's definitely a mix between a samurai and something, but just the upper part of the helmet to most people resembles a German kind of war thing. So, but wait, I will take a photo of the chat so that I can look at this blog thing from Johanna Schall. And read about it. For I really like to see where all the stuff is coming from. For the Han Solo blaster and stuff, it was all based on real weapons, which were modified then to look their part. And I don't want to say anything wrong. Okay, here, my straw helmet Vader. This is the way he looks until now. And now I will just put down a few more stripes of cardboard, and then I will cut it into the rough shape. And I think then it will be obvious that it is Vader. I need some more cardboard. Okay, I've gotten a bit off track here, but that is great. That's what this live stuff is really good for. I like that. Here I just will throw away the top part, or not the whole top part, but here there's just residue from. Wait, I changed the camera. Here there's residue from some glue stuff. And now I will prepare myself a few more stripes of cardboard with which I can finish off the curvature and the angling of the angled, rich part of the helmet. It's hard for me to get the specific termini for what I'm doing here. I think I should take a little course on engineering English or stuff like that. Maybe that's available in Bubble or something. Or does any one of you know an app which would help to learn engineering English? Or English for engineering? I don't know, I really struggle with some specific terms. Cheers. So, yeah, this will go around the back here. There I can like nearly glue down everything that I got here. Here now, this is like the skeleton of the shape, and now I'm filling the skeleton with some meat. And as soon as the surface of this whole thing is visible, this straw hat kind of look will step into the background and will not be as distracting anymore. I think I prepared 2 stripes. Sorry, just one thing, if you like this life building kind of stuff, I will definitely do more work tomorrow. I'm not sure if I will go live for 4 or for 6 hours, but it will be some substantial time, for needs to move this along a bit quicker before the working week arrives, and I have to take care of earning money. So, this is a bit difficult now, for I don't want to disturb the flow of the surface. So I need to watch out that I just glue it from one side to the next, and then keep pressing it on there back again, and so I have to go back and forth so that I get this nice curvature here. This thing is starts to get really big, really big. It's good that I have fisheye lenses to film this, but yeah, it will be huge. I have no small hands. Look at my hands; they're not small. Huge, huge. If it wouldn't be that sad, it would be very funny. So, okay, I think I have to get rid of this. Oh no, I want to get rid. I don't have to, but it disturbs the view to the surface, and it's very hard to grade the surface, if you're at the right angle or not. Okay, now here this, okay, it over dried a bit, for it took me too long to press down the other part, but this wood glue can like be reactivated if you just put on some more. For it to really dry, it needs some like 20 hours. So now I will run this from here to all across the back. I have to okay. I think I can do a rough cut now. I'm nervous. I am nervous. I need this length, at least this length. So I try to measure my way around now, that I'm not going to cut too much. Okay, I want at least this size there, and I will mark this down all around. I do this just to be on the safe side. So I like to start to cut stuff a little, and then more and more and more, but not to go in like, yeah, I'm totally sure where it needs to cut it, and then I cut away too much in my enthusiasm. So what there was a series called Curb Your Enthusiasm. Okay. Okay, and okay, so this is much too long, much too long, but I will start to like a hairdresser. Okay, I think that's it for today. I crossed the 2-hour mark, and YouTube cuts the videos, or at least the one that I did earlier today, to 2 hours. In the beginning, I had like 3 or 4 minutes of just bullshit, so that's okay. They can cut it. Here I will show where it is today, but okay. Whoops. One thing that I can do is at least to cut this annoying eyebrow stuff. Here, so that he's not looking like that stupid. Okay, this is still very early, and don't judge it on its looks now. Just look for the overall proportion thing. This will be smaller. Here, the cut will move here. Wait, I give it a full screen thing. The cut will move along here, and so this is just the beginning, and I think this was a huge step today. Here, the angle on the back definitely has to be more like this, but that's minor changes. I will do it tomorrow, and yeah, I think that's where I would leave. Thanks for watching. Hope to see some of you again tomorrow. Maybe a lot of you. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it somehow. And have a good night or a good day from wherever you're watching. And I am out.